Hello everybody, my name is Alexander the Poter, Porsche Certified Brand Ambassador at Champion Porsche. Thank you so much for joining me in this YouTube video. If you like my walkaround videos, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I have a very spectacular vehicle for you today as we have the new 911 GT3 just arrived at our dealership. This is the first 2025 992.2 GT3 to arrive. Congratulations to the owner for speccing such a fantastic 911 product, and thank you so much also to the owner for allowing me to do a walkaround video on your brand new Porsche. And we're going to talk about the new GT3 of course in general. We're going to talk about the GT3 and the things that Porsche has done in terms of redesigning it versus the generation 1 992, and of course talk about the GT3 in general. And let's start with that. In the late 90s, the first GT3 was introduced on the 996 generation, and of course we had the 996.2, transition to the 997.1 and .2, 991.1 and .2, and now the 992.1 just became the 992.2 GT3. So 8th generations of this now iconic 911 sports car version, the GT3, track and road driving combined. This is a very special specification, and let's talk about that as we now introduce the Weissach Package to the GT3 wing car. Now Weissach Package used to be only reserved for the RS products, but now also available on the GT3. Of course, there's also still the GT3 Touring. Hopefully in the next YouTube video we can introduce you the Touring version, but this is the GT3 wing car in Weissach specification. For the Touring, we also offer a similar package, and in that case it's called the Leichtbau, or the lightweight package, which hopefully the next vehicle will be equipped with that package so we can highlight it to you. Okay, let's talk about the specific items on this car. Let's start of course with the exterior details. Later on we'll take a look on the inside and talk about the changes that Porsche has made versus the .1. Now from a visual aspect, you're going to recognize the .2 right away with the redesigned front fascia. Looking at the design of the front bumper, we can see there's no longer any lights in the front fascia itself. So the lights that used to be in this area on the .1 992 are now integrated within the headlights themselves. That of course also redesigns the actual LED technology on the inside of the housing itself. And look also very cool on this specific vehicle is the Porsche exclusive manufacture, where you can see this white accent line in the headlight unit itself, which is very cool of course against the matching white exterior color. Then we can also see that redesign, as I mentioned earlier, here in these air blades. You can see in this case finished in carbon fiber. One of the benefits aerodynamically with them removing the light fixtures in the front bumper is there's now more room in terms of aerodynamic freedom for downforce needs, but also more room from an airflow perspective for cooling down the front brakes. You can also see the new splitter design. You can imagine the overall downforce levels are very important, better downforce than the .1. And of course from a track driving behavior you're definitely going to feel that. Looking on the side of the vehicle, we're going to see a very similar design, but what is not the same are the optional wheels. We now offer the Weissach package with magnesium wheels. Yes, these are the same wheels as the iconic 911 ST. Now the standard aluminum wheels are already 2 kilos lighter than on the 992.1, but now of course with magnesium wheels we're elevating that lightweight perspective even more with the magnesium wheels, in this case finished in satin grey. Side profile for the rest is the same. Now with this one again being a Weissach package, we're going to see the hood partially painted in exterior color, with the middle part having the exposed carbon fiber that continues over the roof. Normally the roof on the standard car made out of aluminum, in this case carbon fiber for the Weissach package, again with the carbon exposed, continuing here to the redesigned rear spoiler. Getting to the side of the vehicle, we're going to see of course the 21 inches in the back, 315 cup tires for the sticky of course grip from these high performance tires. And you can also see that this one is equipped with the PCCB, the Porsche Carbon Composite Brake System, in this case with the yellow calipers, but also available with the black painted calipers. Another redesign, as I mentioned earlier, is the rear spoiler design, different in the general shape. Also now available, as you can see here, with the carbon fiber end plates. You can see a different curvature also to the end plates itself, and of course indicating also here that this one is equipped with the optional Weissach package. Being of course a .2 992, initially introduced in the US market as a 2025 Carrera, and also later on the GTS-T Hybrid. We can see the new taillight design, very three-dimensional, very sharp in its angles compared to the 992.1 GT3. And that's the same also for the lower diffuser area, very sharp in the angles, completely new diffuser design. And what's also very cool is that on the previous generation, the 992.1, the Touring and the wing car were running the same diffuser, but now the wing car and the Touring have their own specific diffuser, as of course the wing car tends to be a little bit more focused on overall downforce and also therefore on track driving. The engine is still the motorsport-derived iconic 4-liter flat six, still revving out to 9,000 RPM. Now from an emission standpoint, Porsche had to reconfigure this engine quite heavily, but they were able to do hotter cams. They redid the cylinder heads, they also redid the individual throttle bodies, and of course the software on the engine, so retaining that same horsepower level. And now with gearing that's 8% shorter versus the 992.1, we have an overall higher performance level than the 992.1 generation GT3. Still available with both the iconic 6-speed manual GT transmission as the 7-speed PDK, and again with that 8% shorter gearbox ratio, really high performance feel overall. Also the suspension was redone, still multi-link in the front as we introduced on the 992 GT3, but also very special when now running the teardrop shape multi-link suspension in the front from the RS. And again, even those teardrop shaped suspension arms create downforce, I believe at about 180 miles per hour, creating almost 40 kilos of downforce. That might not sound like a lot, but every kilo of downforce, of course, will make a difference, especially on the racetrack. Okay, so we talked a lot about the elements on the outside. This being a Weissach package, having the magnesium wheels, having the redesign on the spoiler, the diffuser, the tail lights, and the front bumper design. Let's have a look on the inside. And another big change was done there by Porsche with the new lightweight carbon fiber bucket seats. So just like the previous generation, we have two seats. We have the Sport Seats Plus and we have the lightweight carbon fiber bucket seat, but this is the all new generation. No longer is the previous generation bucket seat available. Complete redesign in terms of its shape, its bolstering, and one of the main things about the seat is the ability to actually fold the backrest forward, so it is easier to load things into the back. Another big perk for the people that use the GT3 on the track is the ability to remove the head cushion, seat cushion out of the headrest area to create more room. So with a little push of a button in that area, you can remove that cushion, which creates about 5 centimeters of extra room for the backside of the helmet to be more easy and therefore a nicer upright position in the GT3, especially on the track wearing the racing helmet. Being a .2, we can also see, of course, the updated instrument cluster, now completely digital. Custom design when it comes to the virtual cockpit there, in terms of the screens that are available to the new GT3. Not the same as the Carrera models, so for example a navigation map is not available. It's all about performance driving, and a very cool feature about that is the ability, of course, to customize those screens. And there's one of them, especially focused on track driving, where the RPM, the 9,000 RPM red line, is exactly at the 12 o'clock top position, just like the classic race cars that used to race at the Le Mans. Also, of course, some small tweaks when it comes to the seats, the instrument cluster. This one having a Weissach package. You can see that the dashboard is finished in race text, just like the RS products. This is a very highly appointed vehicle with the leather steering column casing, with all the beautiful stitching all around, the Porsche name embossed in the center armrest, the silver colored seat belts, of course the Weissach name, and the layout of the test track also stitched in the headrest himself. A very beautiful spec. And then also key components like the front axle lift system, lightweight glass, of course standard for the GT products. Beautiful design. Again, my name is Alexander. I'm a Porsche certified brand ambassador at Champion Porsche. If you have any questions regarding the latest generation GT3, feel free to reach out to me directly. Again, if you like my videos, press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully the next one will be the touring version, and I'll see you guys. Keep sharing the Porsche passion. Bye-bye.